Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to AF1 Round 6. My name is Josh Brooks. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live today at Imola to break a curse. Let's show you. I showed this last week. Here's what happened last time we went to Imola in AF1. Just to show you the curse we need to break. At the start of a 46-lap race in F3 cars, very similar to these ones, we began a race that would go down in Assetto Friends history. Here's what happened. Coming into turn one, the purple car of Jake Feemster came together with the red Turkish Torpedoes car of Dirty. And it caused this. A near 20 car pileup involving most of, if not all of the field. A pileup larger than Spa 98 that leaves post-traumatic stress in many of the people that were involved. That's the curse we have to break today. Things have come a long way since then. So to say, we are here for round 6 of this 8-round AF1 season, live from Imola. Let's take a look at the drivers' standings as they are at the coming into this round. It is Jack Olivier in the lead by some margin on 116 points. Rubber 9 is second on 75, and Lowy is third on 59, though we haven't seen Lowy since round 3. He hasn't joined since Suzuka. Well, that's everyone all caught up to date with what we've got going on. That means I could turn my head away from the camera, from my other screen on the other end of my room, and I could look at this screen, which no one else can see, but it's the screen that shows everyone on the timing screens. Here we are. V Propofol currently has the lead in this practice session. 2 minutes left by 3/10 over Jens Batesma. He's done purple again. This will be an opportunity to take you round the lap. Let's find whoever it is. Am I just really clever? I'm just a genius. I guessed that bang on. This is Fern, and I've managed to get this perfectly. So we'll see him, hopefully, start a lap round Imola. Plenty of kinks to start you off. Just to, well, they're not really anything, really. Break in the middle of one of them, really late into the Tamburello chicane. This is where the collision happened last season. This was back in October 2020. Out of Tamburello and up towards the Villeneuve chicane. You want to pull as far to the left as possible, coming through the first part to make the second part as wide as possible. Pretty much nails that, but say really loses loads of momentum. Up to the Tosa hairpin. Late apex necessary to get a good exit, and up the hill. Under the Heineken shocked face advert. Ooh. And now through to Piratella. You may notice, and I'll actually point this out later, a lot of the AstroTurf around here, a lot of the drivers this week have been complaining that the AstroTurf is incredibly slippery, more so than it would be in real life. So to make sure we comply with health and safety regulations, there are now wet floor signs on that AstroTurf. Out of the Variante Alta chicane and down the hill, you want to clonk the curbs, the yellow curbs, particularly the first one, to get a wide line through the second one, down towards the final 2 corners. Fairly simple 90 lefts. And away we go, and up towards the start line. This should be a pretty good race. It's a track that most people know, so we should get a much closer field. Fern, no improvement. And that is a lap of this Imola circuit. Can I get a decent camera, please? I'll go for TV3. There we go. Also today, I have the intention of at least getting tipsy. I have a pint glass in front of me filled with what's called scrumpy cider. It's 6%. This is like 3 units worth in here. So hopefully, well, we'll see what happens. Just going into overtime now. Oh, holy shit! I wasn't expecting that. I've never tasted it before. I just had a sip, and it's like it feels quite watery going in. It's like, oh, okay, this is okay. It's like really weak apple juice, and then you swallow it. It's like, oh shit, this is like whiskey. Burns your throat. Oh. Which is why I've also got a glass of milk just to make sure my throat is okay. So I've got plenty of drink for today. To sort of avoid what happened at Norris Spring happening again, but since it will. There is the wet floor signs on the AstroTurf. I was hoping I could get them a bit bigger, but there we go. I mean, when you're sat down in a race car, you're sort of sat down about this high off the ground. If you're in VR, yeah, you can see that. I mean, no one else can see that. It's only me, but maybe a bit lower, about that sort of height. Look to your right, wet floor. Thanks for telling me. That's helpful. Thank you. Meanwhile, race control doing race control things. Or safety car doing safety car things. What a wonderful track we've got. There we go. Oh. You ever drink alcohol and you just get that, like, that chill? Like you have a seizure every time you have a sip. I don't know how to describe it. Just Ali Yardimjer left to finish his lap. Come on, take your time, Ali. Liking the turkey flag on the rear. And I will take this opportunity to say happy birthday to current 9th place runner, Anto. It is Jack Olivier's father's birthday today. Jack, I think, deliberately didn't tell me how old he was. But happy birthday nonetheless. It's probably a happier birthday if you don't think about how old you are. I guess a new helmet for Ali on that car as well. Lovely. So we're about 90 seconds away from the start of qualifying. 20-minute qualifying. Is it 20 minutes? I always forget how long it is. Does anyone want to find out? 20-minute qualifying session up ahead. And a race to the pit exit that's usually won by Ali Yardimjer, but we'll see. This is a bit of a longer pit exit. And at the front is one of the River Racing cars. Matej Lebiak. Ali is all the way back in like 5th in this. So let's see how he does. Is there green lights on this thing? There's not. No, AC doesn't have lights like that. Hello, rubber. Why aren't you racing? We'll see. Someone might do a flip. Last year, I think there was a couple of flips in the pile-up, the 20-car pile-up. But we'll see. Let's see. Sharbatron earlier said, every time someone goes onto the AstroTurf, chug. No, but what I will do is every time someone spins on every time someone spins that I see on stream, I will have a big sip. Matej Lebiak's going to win the race out the pit lane, so that makes me happy because it's not Ali, and also it's one of my own cars. But we will have a look at Ali Yardimjer as he comes out the pits and deals with the traffic ahead of him in the form of Sharbatron and, as said, Matej Lebiak. 17 drivers for today. We've got Mythic on race control. We've got Lipsy on the safety car. And of course myself on the stream. Still waiting on Costa and Nesh and Andrade to leave the pit lane, and that'll be everybody out on the pits, on the track. That's Batty going across the AstroTurf there. Oh, okay, that counts. Oh, oh Jesus. That's going to take a while to get used to. Well, Ali's still second, which means he's not first. So he will lose what I'm guessing is a streak that he's keeping track of him being out first in these qualifying sessions. But it will be Charbatron that takes the line first to start a flying lap. I'm liking these cameras. I hope they're good for the race. '50s coming out the pits. Yeesh. I've got no extra data to show you at the minute. Like, there's nothing happening. There's a few cars close together in the form of sort of, I don't know. Weber's put himself in some traffic. Olivier's gone back to the pits, I think. Cano and... Oh, hello. What was that? Who did that? That's too small. Mosquito, thank you for gifting a sub to Rubber. I need to make the alert box bigger, I think. Is that my ping or is that Lucas's ping, I wonder? It's having some issues. Anto's got ping issues. But Olivier hasn't, and I'm pretty sure they're in the same house, so I'm confused. Look at that Ali Yardimjer coming out of Aqua Minerale now. That's not Aqua Minerale, that's very anti-alta. The next one. That was close. Coming down to... I can't remember this corner name. I want to say Donatella. It's not Donatella. I used to know this. Charbatron's going to have the first lap time on board. 36.9. That's a pretty good lap, actually. Ali Yardimjer will be next to counter. Oh, no, well, it'll be Labiat with a 38.0. Because Ali Yardimjer, I'm guessing, has spun at some point on the lap. I'm not going to drink because I didn't see it. Jake Feemster goes P2 with a 37.2. Batesman to the top by 7/10, 36.2. Matron immediately stopping on track to go back to the pits and going straight back out again. Trader Joe with a 36.7. He's looking really strong today based on that lap. 36.7. Cano and Fern put in laps very close together in time and in position on track, which is a little strange. Vvolf's P5. Anto will be next. Goes to P6, good lap from him, 37.7. It's a pretty close field so far. Fairly close. Andrade P8. A few more drivers left to finish their first runs. Most of them had invalid laps. Costa is one of them. Goes to P6 with a 37.5. Roman Nesh. Matron staying in the pits for now. Interesting strategy so far. Andrade will probably follow suit because he stopped on track. Nesh goes to the line with P9. With 38.3. Fonseca stopped on track. He's stopped at the pit entry. That looks like Mazepin after he crashed in Imola. And Fonseca's still there, bizarrely. Have a look at Jake Feemster, who's coming around the final corner. Got a little bit of a toe in the form of off of Ali Yardimjer. Hello there. Hello, Toaster. Yardimjer only P9. Jake Feemster improves, stays P4. Oh, no. V Propofol throwing his hat into a ring with a 36.6, while Batesberg goes into the 35s. It's the first I've seen in the 35s. Lucas Weber, very good lap from him, puts in P6. BMW looking quite strong today, it seems. Fern P7, Olivier P8, Vivels P9, Costa P10. Still, still waiting on Fonseca to set a lap. He's coming out of the pits now. But other than that, everyone has set a lap. Lucas Weber with a drift round. There it is. Ugh. Can you tell I just had a swig? I don't think I can fake this drinking game. Let me try it. Nah, it sounds a bit fake. Profile according to that has purpled the first sector by half a tenth. Second sector's coming up at the top of this hill. Instantly to the left-hand side of the track. Oh no, the sector 2 lines after very anti-alt. Oh no, it's not. It's there. He's another tenth up. This could be a really good lap for Free Profile if he holds it together. He's only got 2 corners to go down at the bottom of the hill. The side of his car says keep fighting. Never give up. Absolutely. Go for it. Profile, 2 corners. 35.8 to beat. Looks on the edge through the final corner. This could be a really good lap. To the line. Does improve. He's 400ths off. So Jens Baseman had a really good final sector, it seemed. He's 400ths off. Jack Olivier, 36.3. That's the championship leader. Trainer Joe, P4. What about Charbatron? He's got, that is one of the, that'll be Matty Labiak in the River Racing car in the way. Well, just behind, rather. Aliyam just left the server. Turkish Fibers strikes again. Maybe. Miguel Costa improves to P9. Instantly teleports to pits. There seems to be a growing strategy for people in AF. They've found the teleport button. Charbatron taking an odd line. I'm guessing he's going to start a lap rather than finish one because he's going for a really wide line to maximise his top speed. 39.1 definitely suggests that. He had an issue in Sector 1 according to those sector times. But away we go. See how Charbatron does. Coming through to Tamburello now. Stable. Stable. Hard to say if it was fast, but it definitely looks stable through Tamburello. No grip issues to speak of. Through to Villeneuve. Good through there. Felt like a bit of a loss of momentum, but he's only a tenth down to the first sector, so it's pretty good. This could be at the minute. That's provisional P3. You know, there's still 2 sectors to go, but that's P3. A lot of people getting very confident over the Piratella exit. Up towards Variante Alta. Over the Sector 2 line, it's slower than his personal best, but it's still only 4 tenths down on pole. So it seems he's got a lot of time to gain in the final sector. Let's see how he does. 2 corners. That's all it is. Oh, money shift. Definite money shift through there. The flames flying forwards instead of backwards. That's how hard he was doing it. Round he goes again. It looks like he's feeling it's a slow lap. So he's going for a really wide line. No improvement. A 37.1. Lost 8 tenths, 9 tenths even in that final sector. So it's all in the final sector for Charbatron. So he's going to go for another lap. Let's take a look at Jack Olivier. For no reason whatsoever. I have no live timings to gauge. Let's change that, I think. In fact, if he profile's done a purple first sector, and he spun! Chug. I cannot handle my liquor. Not even liquor, but you know what I mean. It's a saying. Jack Olivier Not a great lap so far, by his standards at least. He's not beaten his personal best in the second sector, but he has in the first sector. But he's already 4 tenths down. So unless he finds something magical in this final sector, he's not going to improve on his current time, which is enough for P3. And even then, he won't improve his position unless he finds like half a second. To the line for Jack Olivier. Trent Jones had a spin, but I didn't see it. No improvement, 36.4. Personal best third sector, though. Profile again is on a personal best first sector. Is on a oh, he's come out in the pits. Come on, he's come out in the pits. Charbatron improves to P4. 36.5. He has entered the game 7 tenths down on Jens Batesman at the top. And he's spun. Can you hear the stream? I wonder if he can hear the stream. He's just going, oh, he's watching me. Let's spin. So he has to chug. I'm gonna get wasted if we get 20 car pile up again. So you have to chug the whole bloody thing. Jake Feemster has oh, come on! Ah. Another one. I'm going to be drunk before the race starts. God damn it. Anybody else? Jack Olivier's purpled the second sector. Okay, he didn't spin it very anti-alto. That's a good start. He is a 10th up on Jens Betsma's time after the first 2 sectors. It smells like... The cider smells like... how do I describe it? A shop where you buy string. It's the only way I can describe it. It smells like twine. Jack Olivier goes to P2. He's within a tenth. So that's 3 drivers now within a tenth of a second of the pole time. Quite possibly, Charlton. I haven't eaten since... Okay, I'm counting that one on the right as well. Weevils. I haven't eaten since... Yes. Of course, it goes to P7. Who's next? Let's have a look at Jack Olivier. He's purpled the first sector again. Found a 10th and a half almost through that first sector. But he is slower through the... No, looking at the wrong person. Propofol has purpled the first sector, though. He's found even more time. Let's go with Propofol first. He's ahead on the track. 2 corners to go. It's really on the edge there. He's trying to fight the car to get it and hit the apex. Out the final corner. This could be a pole position winning time for Propofol in a 35.8 to beat. 8.46, I should say. He's already on a 35.8. Does improve. It's 35.761. What can Jack Olivier do? Can he respond to this? According to that, no. A 10th down. What can he do? He dives for the pits. Dives for the pits instead. Or does it? Well, he stops at the end of the pits. Jens Batesma, time for him to respond. It's a great qualifying session, I think, so far. This is awesome. Many... I keep being informed of many people who are having sort of anniversaries. I will absolutely say at this point, with 5 minutes to go in this session, yesterday was the 1-year anniversary of the start of AF3 Season 2, which was a huge turning point in Assetto Friends. The Season 1 of AF3 was the T-Pose, the Fiat T-Pose, and those 4 people who remember that, it's more like 8, know how much it sucked. I got my first win in that AF3 Season 1, so I will always think of it fondly, but I also really hated the car. AF3 Season 2, however, was something else. We did WTCRs from the 2018 season. That was my second win in Assetto Friends. Yesterday. 1 year ago. At Silverstone. Me in first. Lipsy second. Ben Hayes in third. That was brilliant. It's the anniversary of a lot of iconic teams in Assetto Friends. Like Scenario 7 and River Racing. And of course Port Energy. And probably a couple of others that I've forgotten to mention. It really started to make Assetto Friends iconic. It was the start of something huge for me and for the people of this community. And I'm thankful for all of that. Back to the session. We've got 4 minutes left in this session. I've said the piece. Lucas is happy now. We'll have to be. Still no response from Propofol to try and improve his time. Jens Batesma is going to start his response. It's all wide on board for it. As close to the line as possible. Oh, wait, that wasn't... Wait, that was an improvement. He's gone P1 by 600ths. Oh, the heat is on. Where are you, Propofol? You got to get out here and make an improvement. He's out straight away. Goes for it. He's only got one attempt, though. Jack Olivier's a 10th up in the first sector. This has perked me up. And I don't just mean the booze. He's about 9,000ths down. Not 900ths, 9,000ths down on Jens's first sector time. On his most recent lap. Oh, okay. That was weird. But he's just lost a quarter of a second. So that is still enough to make an improvement on his current time, I would think, if I can do maths correctly. It's about a 10th and a half, so yes. He's 600ths up on his best time so far. 2 corners to go. Oh, went deep, it seems, through there. Almost spun it, almost maybe had to drink again. Through the final corner. Lebiak improves to P9, meanwhile Jack Olivier. Estrella Joe improves to P5. No improvement from Olivier, so 36.3. Lost half a second in that final sector. He has only got 2 more attempts left. Propofol is coming to Variante Alta to start his final attempt. Jens Bates will get 1 more, maybe even 2 more as well. He's found more time on this lap. He's improved in the first sector. It's still not purple. He's not done the best of anybody. Jack Olivier, he's left the session. I think he's got some internet issues. Jens Batesma is going to come over the line. Doesn't improve by... He's off by 11,000ths. V Propofol. Time to start his final attempt. Maximum speed at the line. And away he goes. Best time in the first sector is a 37.3. Let's see how V Propofol does in this first sector. Thank you, Mike Bravo Golf, for following. Thank you very much. It is purple in the first sector. He's found tons of time. He's found 3/10. Where's that come from? Out of seemingly nowhere. Over the top of the hill towards Piratella. This is going to be a mega lap from V Propofol, I suspect. It's now 27.002. Jack Olivier's time was a 37.348. Bertrand has improved to P3. No, he hasn't. Ignore me. That's P4. Olivier's still out the server. I thought he came back in. To the second sector line. More time! He's found tons. I've no idea how much he's found. Because Jack Olivier has rejoined the server, so I can't see his personal best. But it's purple in the first 2 sectors from V Propofol. This is going to be one of the most legendary laps I've ever seen at Imola under this much pressure. Time is about to run out. V Propofol is going to come to the line. What's it going to be? Because Jens has not improved. He's yellow in all 3 sectors. Meanwhile, V Propofol, 35.4. He's found 3/10. He goes a quarter of a second in the lead. Jens Batesma is the only one that can respond to this. He's coming through Villeneuve right now. You can tell he's on the limit. What's his sector time? He's 4/10 down. He cannot find that time. It's 27.340. He cannot find the level that Propofol just found in that first sector. I am astounded by what I've just seen. And you should be too. Through Piratella. I'm staring more at the sector time screen on my other screen just to see. It's properly cut that. That'll be invalidated, surely. We'll see when it gets to the line. I'll tell you if it goes red. No, it's still green, so he's on it. He's still on this. 36-1. He spun it! Proceeds to choke. Which means the Propofol will start on pole position for the Imola round of AF1. Batesman will start alongside on the front row. Jack Olivier will start third, and Bertrand takes another second row start. It's 5th for Trader Joe, 6th for Jake Feemster, 7th for Fern, 8th for Costa, 9th for Labiak, and P10 for Lucas Weber. We will be back in a few minutes for the start of the 29-lap AF1 race. Be sure to join us. It has been 10 months since the last time we raced at Imola in AF1. We saw at the top of the show how much chaos that was down at the Tamburello chicane. Will that be replicated today, or will we break the curse of Imola? Also just as iconic was Lucas beaching it twice in the Aquamina Rally Gravel and getting a 1,440-second penalty. Can all of that be, what's the word I'm looking for? I've completely ruined my intro. Can all of that be put to rest today? Or will we be reminded why we brought the safety car into the mix? That's right, as a result of that collision in AF1 Imola back in October, that's when we brought in the virtual safety car for the first time. As a result of that race. After that, we didn't do it for that. We're about 60 seconds from the grid. I'm not good at ad-libbing, it seems, when there's nothing going on. Can you... There we go. I need to find the grid, and here it is. Here's the grid for the AF1 Round 6 race at Imola. By Mythic starts on the back row alongside Cano. Then we have Mario Fonseca and a blank car. Then we have Anto and Roman Nesh, Alianja and Ruben Andrade, Vivolfs and Lucas Weber. Master Lebiak starts P9. Then row 4 is Miguel Costa and Fern. Row 3, Jake Feemster and Trader Joe. Row 2 is Charbertron and Jack Olivier. And row 1, Jens Batesma and V Propofol. We are 20 seconds away from the lights at Imola. This feels very familiar. All 6 lights are on. And we're away. Pretty good start from V Propofol. Lots of people wheel spin, but it's a clean getaway so far. 4 in single file down towards turn 1 we go. I'm going to go for an overhead shot for this because I don't know where the crash is going to be, but there's going to be somewhere. Oh, there it is! Oh, it's open immediately! Olivier, there it is! There it is! It's less, but there's 7 cars involved, and out of it, Propofol still leads! Fern is second, Labriac is third. Olivier just botassed Propofol into turn 1 and took out Jens with him. But Propofol kept it going. Propofol leads. Fern is second, Labriac is third, Costa is fourth, V-Wolves is fifth. The safety car will absolutely be out. But what a start. I need to take a big drink. Oh, there we go. I've done like 3. Oh, Jesus. That is tough to swallow. Which is wait for Lipsy to come through the field. I forgot to put the safety car graphics up, but we have the safety car out. That's a car going across the AstroTurf. I think that's actually Lucas Weber paying tribute to his past self. Jens Bates was actually dropping behind Lipsy and Anto. Probably to recover some positions. But Batesma and Olivier are 13th and 14th in this race. Trainer Joe was involved in that as well. He's P15. So is Andrade in 16th and Bertrand in 17th. Feemster in 18th. Riley is 30 seconds back. Lipsy's having some fun. He gets to overtake in a safety car. It's great. The curse, I can officially say, has not been broken. We will get 1 more lap of safety car. Because Lipsy hasn't reached the front yet. He does now. Pretty much. Lipsy's at the front. He leads this race, technically. Lap 2 of 29. There is 1 pit stop to come, at least. Pit stops are a factor in this race. There's 1 mandatory pit stop, at least. I'll remind, the championship leader is Jack Olivier. He leads by 41 points. But the next person who's actually in this race is Andrade, who is 4th place in the championship on 40 points. Rubber's not here because of a bad stomach, and Lowe is not here because. So Andrade is 16th in this race, so he's getting no points. If Rubber just doesn't turn up to Road Atlanta, I might as well just give this title. No, wait. Could Jack Olivier win his 2nd AF1 title today out of nowhere? Well, not out of nowhere. It's completely expected. Lipsy sounds like he's destroying the engine. I have to do some calculations here while we're under safety car. So Jack Olivier's on 116 points. At the minute, he's going to drop 3rd place and this 14th place. So he's actually going to drop 16 points. He'll be on exactly 100 points. Rubber will drop a 9th place finish, which is 7 points. So he'll be on 68. Yeah, 68 points. So 100 plays 68. 2 rounds to go would be... So it means he needs 54. So it's not close enough. But it will be a win in Road Atlanta at this rate. We are about to get going. We're about to get going once again. On lap... coming to the end of lap 2 of 29. Lipsy should hopefully teleport to the pits. And there we go, and we're underway. Propofol gets away well. There's a huge, well, are we going to see round 2 of this collision coming into turn 1? There's a few 3 wides. There goes Matty Laybeck off to the right. George Russell style. That's the end of him. That sucks. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. That's Ali Yardimger's gone off. And that is, I think that's Trader Joe as well that's gone off. They're both coming back on the escape road. Muted tones again, so we are back into safety car. Back into safety car. Propofol now leads this race. Fern is 2nd. Vivos is 3rd. Weber 4th. Olivier 5th. Fonseca is 6th. Batesman is already up to 7th from the restart. Cano 8th. Anto 9th. Feemster 10th. So how did Olivier make 9 places off of the restart? That can't be right. There's no way that's right. Olivier made 9 places. Batesman made, like, 5, 10. No. He was 15th, so he made 8. That's bizarre. There's 2 drops, Rubber, by the way. 2 drops. So, Tamburello is seeming to be a quite chaotic corner. And I'm starting to think the reason it wasn't a chaotic corner after the first corner, the first lap in AF1 last season, was because there was no safety car to bunch the field up. Once that first corner was done, the field was all spread out, and I had a very boring 40 laps to commentate on after that. So, yeah, Tamburello is death chicane confirmed. But that might be a bit insensitive, actually, thinking about it. Jack Olivier says the fastest lap of the 1:59.1. Oof. Back at the safety car for one more lap. We're on lap 4 of 29. We did see a spin, so I'll have another chug. Oh, that sucks. I'm only halfway through the... I'm not even halfway through the bloody glass. Oh. Weber... Yeah, Weber's retaken in 4th place. So it's Weber 4th place. There's some excellent starters to this race. I wonder if I can get... Can I get position change graphics on this? I can't remember. No. Oh, no, progress. Here we go. There's the progress. Fonseca and Cano up 10 places. Vivos up 8. Trainer Joe down 11. Olivier's only down 2 in the end after the most bizarre, most sudden recovery that I've ever seen. Bates were down 5. See, Lebiak down 8 and Bertrand down 7. Lebiak will be absolutely fuming because he was looking really good. He got so lucky after that first restart, but you can't have them all. And he's done a full-on George Russell, both by crashing at Tamburello and by crashing at the almost in the safety car. I am chugging, what's it called? Crumpy? Crumpy cider, I think it's called. Jack Rat. That's spelled with 2 T's. Jack Rat Crumpy Cider. This is not an endorsement. 6%. I have a pint of it. And everyone says that still makes me a lightweight. Ooh. So, coming to the restart for the 2nd time. Are we going to get a clean Tamburello or not? My money's on not. Let's see what happens. We go to the final corner. Lips is already moving to the left-hand side of the track. Midfield is a bit less bunched up than the front of the field is. Olivier's already looking to get past Weber. So let's have a look at Jack Olivier on his restart. Safety car is gone. Away we go. Really good stuff from Jack Olivier, actually. He's already looking to make a jump on Lucas Weber. There's not a gap there, though. Oh, he's made a gap. He's forced it. P4 is almost certain at this point. He might make a dive in P3 as well. No, he won't. Lucas Weber's going to try and swing around the outside, maybe. No, Fern goes a little deep into turn 1. Vivos almost spins. It's a half spin. I'm not having a half chuck because of it. Lucas Weber's going to get Vivos instead. Batesman's right here. He's nowhere near. Romanesh is dropped 2 places behind Andrade and Costa, but otherwise it's a clean start. Jack Olivier already on the back of Fern, looking to make a move. He's coming into Tosa. He's going to make a move surely down the inside. Oh, still wheel to wheel. Fern's not going to give this one up. This is Fern's best opportunity to win that he's had since AF1 Montreal. Sorry, Fern, that was me that took that off you. Fern gives up that position, but he's really been compromised because of it. Here comes Lucas Weber. He's not going to surely make a move into Aqua Minerale. No, he's not. But Fern has done a bit of an Alonso here and given Propofol some breathing room against Jack Olivier. Jan just side by side with Nesh through Aqua Minerale. I said no one would go side by side. Clearly I was wrong. Up ahead I just see, I think that's Costa looking for a move on Andrade. He's through to Variante Alta. No move this time, but I do see in front. That is Vivolfs and Batesma side by side. Batesma's got the inside for the second to last corner. Makes the move stick. But slipstream is a huge deal on this track. More so than some of the other tracks we drive on. Road Atlanta will have a big slipstream battle as well. Down the back straight. And you can see that by Fern already pulling into that slip. Already starting to weave a little bit. Getting rid of the toe. You've got Lucas Weber and Batesma and Vivolfs behind. And Fonseca's in this as well. Behind that, I see Anto versus Cano. They bang wheels a little bit coming to Tamburello. Anto will take P9 from Cano. Good move from Anto. Bertrand on his recovery through the field. He's coming to P12. Trying to fight with Ruben Andrade. Oh, that's Olivier. That's Anto with some internet issues, I spot. You should see pit stops around lap 14 to 15, so we're nowhere near that sort of time yet. Cano dive down the inside of Andrade, or was that vice versa? I can't remember. Mosquito VPN, just saying. Oh, Cano's given up the position on Andrade, and as a result, he's going to lose the position to Charles Bertrand at this rate. They're going to be side by side down towards Aqua Minerale. No, Bertrand decides against it wisely, but Trader Joe has not. Bertrand saves it. Trader Joe has to go wide. It's a questionable rejoin from Trader Joe, but it is clean. I notice back here, Nesh and Costa side by side into Variante Alta. Costa has to back out of that one because he was almost about to bang wheels on Romanesh. When two lines collide. Batesman's really looking on a move on Lucas Weber, who's in a really good position right now. In P4. I'm using a new PP filter, I think. That Ali gave me. Jack Lever sets the fastest lap as Batesman goes to the inside towards Tamburello. Easily pass like Hamilton on Charles Leclerc. I would say that's a compliment for Charles Leclerc, for Lucas Weber, who used to be called Charles Leclerc. Fern just lets Batesman pass. That's some team orders there, because Fern is also a Lugas Racing driver, but Fern will surely not be happy particularly about that, since he was on for a podium. But maybe he can try and follow Jens Batesman, and a podium will drift into his lap later on. Backwards in the field. Anto, looking very racy, moving up the field. He's P9 at the minute. Trying to catch up to Mario Fonseca. I think I use Sol. Might be Sol Extra. Might be Sol Extra. I might be wrong, though. In fact, I'm almost certainly wrong. Charles Bertrand, on his recovery through the field, he's looking really strong. Oh, half spin from Cano. Here comes Charles Bertrand, who has a little wobble himself. Charles Bertrand's going to have the outside of Variante Alta. Is he going to try? He's got two wheels on the grass. He's still got two wheels on the grass. He's going to go deep. Nope, he has to back out and go across the grass. Oh, here comes... Oh! Oh, that sucks. Labiak, Trader Joe, take advantage of that as well. With a little flicker there. Cano and Labiak side by side. Trader Joe's right in front of this, right behind us as well. Labiak takes the position around the outside into the second to last corner. Trader Joe will try and follow suit. Not going to work this time. Fastest lap for Jens Batesman with a 36.8. There's a huge queue of cars behind Cano now. Olivier, the gap at the front is now 7/10. But Profile's got some pace as well. This is not a one-horse. This is not like a one-sided race. Charles Bertrand's going to make it 3 wide. Oh, Trader Joe and Cano almost banging rear to front. Charles Bertrand was looking at a move into turn Tamburello. Doesn't make it, though. Behind, Miguel Costa side by side with Roman Nesh again. As that's Ruben Andrade, who's had a bad run. In fact, I think he's spun off because he's come back in here. And he's come back in P10. Trader Joe's going to try down the inside of Villeneuve. He was committed to it really late into the corner. Not going to make it work. Meanwhile, behind, Charlton and Cano are side by side. Cano goes off onto the grass. Gets passed by even as far back as Riley and Yarmja. But Yarmja is now they're back at the last place pretty much. Fonseca's last, actually, in 18th. Yarmja finally into the points. Again, after getting punted off early in the race. Charbertrand is not looking... Oh! Costa trims Roman Nesh's nose hairs coming into Piratella. That's some amazing racing between these guys. Jake Feemster's caught up to Vivals in the battle for P6. Okay, that's not going anywhere for now. So we'll switch back to Labiak, who's under pressure from Trader Joe and Charbertrand and Costa and Andrade and Nesh and Yarmja and Riley. It's a nice queue of cars all wanting to get that P9. 7 points. There's the gap. That's the second. Yarmja's had a spin. I will look at... Oh, was he beached? He's not quite beached. He's going to keep it going, surely. Yes, he's going to keep it going. But I will drink. Ugh. Yeah, it's basically with the fastest lap this time, but the 36.6. It could be a really cool 3-horse race towards the end of this race. Fern is kept with Lucas Faber. This is a battle going on for P4. Lucas managed to pass Fern, but Fern stayed with him, so this isn't over. Fames has passed Vivals. Trader Joe's passed Labiak. That's P9 and P10. Oh, I'm sensing some chaos here. I need a better camera. Where's TV3? Here we go. TV3. Costa goes defensive on Andrade coming towards Villeneuve. Andrade's going to try and sweep around the outside. Nope, not going to work. Costa keeps P13 for now. Bad run through Villeneuve, through the exit of Villeneuve, and Andrade's going to try and sweep around the outside. Has a little bit of a wobble, though. Riley, his teammate, has a spin himself, so I will take a drink. He'll drop behind Cano into P16. Redacted chaos senses tingling. There's so much going on. Trader Joe has... I did spot Trader Joe got P9. I did switch that briefly. But I'll switch now to up front. As Charbertrand is now caught up to Matty there. We're going on board for this one. I'm sensing him move into the second to the last corner. Labiak taking much more curb through there than Charbertrand. And Charbertrand being the one that nearly spins it despite it. So, strange. Very strange. Anto looking really strong again. He's P8 at the minute. He's past Trader Joe. He's past the Chaos Pit Trader Joe. Andrade has DNF'd. Andrade's out of this race. I suspect he's come together with someone at the very anti-altar because that's where the camera took me. And he's gone, nah, that's it. Ravatsa, that's the corner. Ravatsa, thank you, Redacted. I knew the rest of the corners, but I didn't know that one. I forgot that one. Oh, Labiak's on the grass. Russell style. Charbertrand goes for the dive bomb into Tamburello. Doesn't come off, but it's no contact, so it's all good. Here's Roman Nesh, though, to try and make a cheeky move for P11. It's always when the drivers hate certain parts of the track, like the AstroTurf, or it's a street circuit. Well, no, people didn't like it. Didn't love the fact that it's a street circuit. Or Suzuka, because it's Suzuka. When we get the good races. When people don't like the track, it's a more level playing field. Because people don't want to practice as much. I'm glad everyone's comfortable with that AstroTurf on the exit of Piratella, because I'm not. Costa's behind this as well. This is now a 4-car battle to P10. Miguel Costa taking a much more aggressive line through the exit of Akubin Arali. He's now on the back of Roman Nesh, closing ever more. A move into Variante Alta's not going to work. Or will it? Charbertrand's managed to force his way past Matty Labiak. Or was forced him off the track, I suppose. So, Charbertrand takes P10. Labiak P11. Nesh is having a look into Avatsa. That was netcode, I think. But there's more carnage. Labiak and Nesh around. He's hit Miguel Costa as well. Oh! Cano well avoided at the very last second. And Riley's almost tried to get past Cano as well in the impending chaos. Matty Labiak not having the luck at all. He was P3 earlier on. Roman Nesh is going to do the sporting thing and drop behind the lot of them, which is really nice. Unless he's just... No, he's back on full power now, I can hear. So that's all good. Lucas Weber and Fern, these are still battling out for P4. Both drivers would be ecstatic with a P4 finish. This battle for the lead. I got to come to this battle a bit later on because... Oh, Jack Olivier spun it! Chugs drink. Drops behind Batesma. Batesma's turn to chase down Probafol. Olivier will take P3 now. Fern is right on Lucas Weber. Weber had to go defensive into very anti-alta, you may have noticed. Fonseca's close. Nesh! Woo! It's very scary to go that deep. That is, I think that's... Is that Labiak? That is Labiak. Going wide at Aquaminarali. Fern has passed Lucas Weber. I think Weber's gone wide at Ravazza because that's quite a big gap to overturn in such a small time. 1.1 now, Fern to Weber. That battle's over. Vivals and Anto. Vivals taking a much tighter line than Anto is. Anto could do with a bit of slipstream right now to try and close in that 0.8 of a second gap. Anto's setting a personal best on that lap, however, so maybe I should shut up. Back to the midfield battle. For the small change. Riley, P13. Being closed down into slipstream by Matej Labiak into Tamburello. Not close enough. Riley looks cautious, though, through Tamburello. Matej looks a bit more aggressive. I think he's got something to prove at this point. This prediction's going on? I can't even see the predictions going on. I don't get that on the mobile app. Again, Labiak much faster through Tamburello, through Villeneuve, but maybe a bit too fast. He goes wide. Weber and Fern switch positions. Fern spun it at the exit of Aquaminarali. So Weber takes 4th. Feemster now takes 5th. Fern is 6th. Vivals is just seeing Fern up ahead. It's about a second. So everybody's pretty much within undercut range. Riley and Labiak. Labiak makes it down the inside into Aquaminarali. I'm sorry, I missed that. Oh, Riley's gone wide now. Is that it for him? He's out. Yes, Riley is out of this race. I have no idea why, but he's out. We've already got 2 DNFs in this race. We're only at half distance. We've lost Andrade and we've lost Riley. Banana Boat Cars is one of the teams that's battling river racing in the lower ends of the teams championship. Cano goes far too deep, Bottas style at Ravazza, so he loses the position to Labiak, and he might lose the position to his teammate Roman Nesh now. Like atoms bouncing off each other, they just split ways violently. Oh, but Romanesh hits the grass on the braking zone. He's gone wide. Well, I say goes wide. He goes wide. He's lost it. He's lost it. He will go down to last place, P16. Yardamja, I'm surprised. He's struggling to recover in this race. He's P15 at the minute. He's not making any ground. Who's your driver of the day so far? I gotta say Propofol. He's not looked particularly strong so far in this season, but he's suddenly really up there. This is Anto's point of view. Fern has caught up to Jake Feemster. Vivos has caught up to Fern, and Anto's caught up to the lot of them. So 4 cars in the 5th place battle. Lots of battles big enough to cause safety cars. If they end in tears at, say, Tamburello, or Villeneuve, or Piratella, or Aquaminarali, or Variante Alta, any of the corners, really. Batesman's close to within half a second now, V Propofol. Propofol's looking slow. I suspect Propofol's tyres have gone off a bit faster than Jens Batesman's have, even though Batesman's had to go through the field. Propofol's having to push extra hard to stay ahead. I will save judgment on how Batesman and Olivier, being driver of the day until I've seen how their first restart was, because making 7 or 8 places in one go in like 2 corners doesn't sound right when there was only 3 or 4 cars involved in that crash. So yeah, I'm getting a bit. I'll save my judgment until the end. I won't give any judgment either way. Also, driver of the day for me is more like a who's the best underdog of the race. And for today, that's Propofol. He is fast. He was dominant in AF4 back in the day, back in season 4. But this is the... And he's been good in AF3. This is the first time we've seen him towards the top realistically in AF1. Cano has spun. We saw the end of that, so I will chug. Thank you, Mosquito. Would you mind posting that when you've done it? Thank you. Anto's closing right in on Vivolz. This could be a move into Tamburello. Won't be moving to Ravazza unless one of them makes a mistake. Unless Vivolz makes a mistake, rather. Which neither of them do. So away we go. Weber's into the pits. He's the first one to the pits at the end of lap 14. So half distance. So most of the other drivers will pit this lap. Lap 15 rather than lap 14. Tredejo and Bertrand have followed them in. Oh, Anto, I thought I had to save that one. But that might have been ping, so we'll never know the full story. How strong is the undercut? Yeah, that's a good point. How strong is the undercut? It's a long pit lane at Imola. And lighter fuel plus fresh tyres, it could have an effect. It depends on how heavy the tyre wear is. No one's gone for a 2-stop, as usual. So the tyre wear can't be that bad. Could we see a race through the pit lane between Propofol and Betsma? That could be interesting. They're coming out of very anti-Altus. That might happen in a minute. In fact, I'll follow this because it's a closer battle than Anto is. Betsma's closer to Propofol than Anto is to Vivolz. So we'll look at this. Are either of these drivers going to pit? Is Betsma going to react to Propofol immediately, or will he wait a lap and try the undercut? No, neither of them are pitting this lap. So we keep on going. We're past half distance. Lap 16 starts now. We're past half distance. This race has flown by. It really has. Betsma's having a look at a move. He's about a quarter of a second. Propofol goes defensive enough to not have to worry about it. Oh, Propofol gets all crossed up on the exit of Sambrello, but it's just a wide car. It's just a nice wide car, so Betsma can't find a way past. But he will look into Villeneuve. Propofol will go defensive into Villeneuve as well. But again, there's a car in the way, even if Propofol is slower through the corner. Dive bomb into Toast was an option. Propofol's almost spun it, and he saves it. Betsma was spins in sympathy there. I did say Tosa. Fern, Costa, Anto, Lebiak in the pits now. Propofol's tyres are surely gone. He spun it! He's gone! Sips, drink. Olivier is now second. Propofol is third. He's rejoined third. He's rejoined very well, actually. Because he's right behind. He's still in the lead battle despite spinning. I don't know how he does it. That's the second time he's done it this race. I gotta say, Trader Joe and Bertrand have done an amazing job in their pit stop because they've come out fairly close to Lucas Weber in P9 and P10. There's still a few drivers left to pit that were ahead of them, but it's still pretty close. I suspect Propofol will take the pits now, considering his tyres will be surely very worn. And he will, but the leading two won't. This is Propofol's chance to maybe pull the overcut. We'll see how effective that is in a few minutes' time. Weber's quite close to Cano right now. Thank you. I can't post it because my other screen is like ages away and I'm watching the screen. There's so much battling going on. Would you mind posting it? Thank you. Propofol should rejoin in some nice clear space. In fact, Weevol's pitting, so yeah. Propofol's on his way. Fern's coming through very anti-Altus. Yeah. Propofol will get some nice clean air to work with. And the lead pair will have a little battle. Betsma has a 100% record on AF1 this season. That's because he's only won one race and he's done one race. Olivier has 4 wins in AF1 this season. And is on and could be on course to take a 5th and a 4th straight win from 6 races. That is Or as he almost spins himself there. Oh, man. That got spicy for a second. Trader Joe and Charbotron continue the battle they were in when they entered the pits. So before they entered the pits. Just a lap ago. So the gap from first to fourth is about 38 seconds. Trader Joe had a little moment on the. Oh, I thought Trader Joe was going there because he did touch the gravel, the grass, I think. Are we going to see the leaders into the pits? We'll find out in a minute. Vivels, Weber, Cano, P5, 6, 7, and 8. They're quite close together. It's good to see these battles continuing out of the pits. Weber right on the back of Vivels. Olivier is in, Batesma is not. So we'll see if Propofol can make any gains. Olivier will likely have a little bit of damage from the first lap collision he was involved with. He'll have a lot of damage because he rear-ended, if you remember to lap 1, Olivier rear-ended Propofol. So he'll have a similar sort of rear front wing damage that Propofol had the lap on Propofol's in-lap. So any time lost from damage in the pits will be mitigated. Feemster's in as well. Batesma is not, but he won't have to repair the damage, I suspect. The drivers, of course, may choose not to, but they'll have some gauge on how much it's affecting them. Olivier is out now. You can see Olivier, Propofol is just behind, about 2.8 seconds. So the undercut has not worked on Olivier, which means it likely won't work on Batesma either. It's about 34.7 seconds in the back gap from Batesma to Propofol in third place. Feemster rejoins in P4. Furness again about 3.5 seconds back, 3 seconds back. Bertrand setting a personal best to jump Cano in the pit lane. Who's left to pit? I don't think there's anyone left to pit. So there's a few drivers that made some real gains, like Trader Joe and Lucas Weber. No, Lucas Weber's lost out a bit. Trader Joe's made some good recoveries, and so has Charles Bertrand. Anto's lost out because of it, lost about 2 places. This is Trader Joe on with Charles Bertrand. You see just up ahead is Weber on Trader Joe. No, Vivos and Weber. Batesma is into the pits now. From the lead. Olivier's coming up to the front straight, and Batesma's moving now. This could be the lead for Olivier. We'll have a look at the driver tracker. This is going to be really close. Batesma's off. Batesma's off. He's off the speed limiter. Jack Olivier's closing much better, much more. Batesma's down defensive. Olivier's going to try and look to the outside, maybe. No, doesn't make it. He goes a little bit deep. Propofol's in this now. We got a three-way battle. Let's go. Let's go. 20 seconds. Sorry, 20 laps to go, rather. 20 laps to go in this enthralling AF1 race. Trader Joe is side by side with Charles Bertrand. Down the front straight. Propofol can easily still win this race. He's got a good run out of Tosa. So moving to Piratella is not out of the question. He's looking to the inside. Doesn't go for it. Doesn't go for it. Goes much wider than Olivier did. Trader Joe and Charles Bertrand still side by side through Villeneuve. Trader Joe takes the position from Charles, keeps the position over Charles Bertrand, rather. But Charles will not take this line down. Up the hill they go. We'll check in with that lead battle later. There's so much going on in the rest of the field that I sort of just got to look for if that gap goes below half a second. Then I'll start to look at it. There could be a move at any moment from anywhere in the field. It's just insane, this race. It's amazing. Did I say 20 laps to go? I meant 10 laps to go. On that 19 of 29. Charbotron looking at the inside of Variante Alta. That's not a likely move, as you can probably guess by the nature of the corner. But that won't stop Charbotron, who's clearly got some fire in his eyes. He's going for it. How did Jack and Jens pass Propofol? Propofol binned it. Propofol binned it. 2 laps from his. Oh, he did it on his in lap actually, because he pitted then. Vivos went wide at Ravazza, so Weber's passed him. Trader Joe and Charbotron are side by side through Vavatsa, but no change in position in this case. Vivos is going to have a gift of slipstream for Trader Joe. Charbotron will not take the slipstream off of Trader Joe. But he will still go pull alongside. And we'll take P8. Vivos goes exit stage left. That's a drink for me. Oh. God, that sucks. Dropped it a bit earlier with that, but yeah, same sort of stretch of track. Profiles drop off of the back of the leading pair. But this could change at any time. Olivier, it's more a case of Olivier caught up to Batesma. But Profile's still on the same sort of pace as Batesma as well, so it's still in a sort of 1.5 second window, this leading trio. Oh, Batesma's deep. Batesma's gone deep. Olivier goes for the opportunistic move into Vavatsa 2. Almost loses it. Profile's here. No, he's not. He's not there. He's not close enough. Full on in the slipstream for Jack Olivier. We've got a nose camera. Target car 28. Locked. Goes down the inside. Olivier takes the lead of this race. Can Batesma go for the outside line and defend? He will try it. Oh, he spun Olivier round. Olivier's gone. Chugs drink. Propofol now retakes P2. Batesma defending that hard like Verstappen and Hamilton. But in this case, the defender takes the position rather than the attacker. The Hamilton of the situation wins against the Verstappen. Probably because of the less rear downforce. Olivier rejoins still in P3. He's 6.5 seconds back now. That will surely result in a penalty for Jens Batesma. You would think. I don't know. My voice is still here, actually. I'm going to take a drink of milk, actually, just to keep my voice going. Propofol versus Batesma for the win now. 0.5 second between the two of them. This is the only battle within a second, so I will watch this with great intent. Car 28. Target locked. Let's go. Nose camera. Looks a bit crap with the, near clip plane is a bit wrong. It's now 1.5 seconds between these two. Batesma's not being held up by Olivier. Well, at least Olivier's not forcing Batesma to drive slower. Oh. Yeah, Batesma with a 37.8, Propofol with a 38.4. Let's see if Propofol can respond on this lap. It cost us out a moment there because he's just lost a second out of Variante Alta. He got to within a second of Anto, has dropped to over 2 seconds in a matter of about 10 seconds. Down to 1.2. That's 1.3 now. But that gap is closing somewhat. Do vote now for your driver of the day. Mosquito has released the poll. The vote will close at the end of the race. You can tell Profo's on the edge. It almost looks like he's going to spin, but he's got that rear end sliding exactly as he wants it to rack him in a rally, and he gained 0.2 because of that. It's down to a second from 1.2. There's only a few laps left for Propofol to make his mark on AF1, take his first win in AF1. I'm assuming. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Redacted. I can't look at the timing screen. Thank you. Purple sector 1 and 2 from Propofol. That's a 0.6 faster and a fastest lap of the race with 36.0. Riley has half the votes. He's DNF'd. Riley, who did you send the vote link to? Down within a second. He's still closing. He's got that fire in his belly now at just the right time. Personal loss for Charbatron, meanwhile. 7/10 faster than Lucas Weber. That's down within 2 seconds. That battle could heat up later on. They're between the two teammates, 6th and 7th. Good result from BMW Macca Motorsport for today. Or, as it used to be called in Season 5, Bayerische Mikrowellen Motorsport. Motorwellen. Werk something. Werke. No? How did roll a DNF? I don't know. Lag, okay. Thank you for enlightening us on that one. Was that similar with Andrade, your teammate? I don't know. What happened to him? 1.1. Get a proper on board going. 1.1, base bit of propofol with 6 laps to go. We start lap 24 of 29. We'll switch back to that battle later as it dips within a second. Also dipping within a second. Anto on Costa. Actually, Fonseca versus Yadamji. Yadamji's gone off there. Oh, Bertrand onto the grass there. Careful, Charles. Deep. He's gone deep. I might just run a more with it with profile for the rest of this race as it closes to 1 second again. Oh, Baseball almost loses it out of Variante Alta. Within a second, it's 8/10. That's basically slipstream range, I would say. So here comes some gains from Propofol down the front stretch. As long as he keeps Ravazza clean, he almost didn't. Okay, it's out to 9/10. Baseball had a better Ravazza. Jack Olivier is the answer to that question, redacted. Jack Olivier. Bottas on Norris was Olivier on Propofol. And Propofol still came out of it in the lead. Anto was out of spin. That's at Variante Alta. I will have a drink for that because I haven't done that in a while. I don't know what happened to Baseball because it's dropped within. It was half a second. But then, Propofol has his own issues. It's at 1.3 again. Don't spin it, Propofol. He's kept it going. Many saves, many lucky escapes, to be fair, from this race. It's out to 1.2 with 4.5 laps to go. Propofol will not give up on this fight until the very end of this race. Taking a few more liberties over the Aqua Minerale exit. He always took lots of yellow curb. 7/10 now. It's a 3/4 of a second. Come on, Propofol, get that slipstream. I want to see a battle at the end of this race. Betts has won his fair share of AF1 races. It's time for Propofol to start winning his. 2/10 faster was Propofol on that lap. That means striking distance in 2 laps. Don't spin it though. God damn it. Keep it together, Propofol. You're 4 laps from the end. Back out to 3/4 of a second. Really good Villeneuve. Super clean. Gains about 1/10 of a second. Varying lines through Tosa. Basically goes for the early apex. Propofol with the late apex. Rubber with the prediction that Betts was going to spin. Yeah, why was Lipsy not in the driver of the day, though? Come on. Profile knows exactly where he can take advantage of the track limits. Oh, don't lose it on the grass into the braking zone. That's such a rookie error, but he's got out of it over a second. It's that second and a half now. That could be it. That could be it. Streamer of the day. Oh, Provoval's gone! He's spun it again! Okay, here's how we're looking at this. Here's how I'm going to look at this. Betsma might get a penalty for hitting Jack Olivier into turn 1 early on in this race. That would be a 5-second penalty. If Provoval can get within 5 seconds, he can win this race on penalties. I will say now I will abstain from the decision in that vote, in that decision on the incident on Monday, so I can go Provoval! Don't lose it, don't get flustered, come on! 6 seconds. You just got to make 1 second in 2.5 laps. Easy, right? Norris can do it, you can do it. You got punted by Norris, you are Lando, go! I always support the first-time winners. I always support first-time winners. The underdogs. Pull yourself together, man! I'm almost tempted to go in the voice chat and tell him that. Come on! Come on! Stop getting flustered. You got this. 2 seconds. This is painful to watch. Tyres are probably gone, actually, yeah. But I guess there's a little bit of frustration in Provoval. He was so close to that first AF1 win. If it doesn't come today, it surely will come on another day. There's still 2 rounds to go. Next week, we're at Road Atlanta. And in 2 weeks' time, oh man, Macau. Please tell me I'm there for Macau. Is that 2 weeks away? That's 22nd, I think. So yes, I'll be there for that. Yes, okay, I get to stream that. Thank God for that. 22nd is 22nd of August. The Macau Grand Prix in AF1. Come on, come on. You can still take P2 at this rate. Pull yourself together, man. You're pushing yourself too hard. Olivier's here now. Labiak on Anto. Let's switch back. I'm going to turn my back on that now. Labiak on Anto for a top 10 finish. It's about a second as they start lap 28, the penultimate lap of this race. How anticlimactic can this race possibly get? Well, you've just seen it. Do vote for driver of the day. See if we can overcome non-finisher from winning it. For... I don't know. I don't know. I won't take anything away from him, but I don't know why Riley would win the driver of the day.